Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the brand new turf fields here at Hopkinton High School. It is Hopkinton girls varsity soccer senior night, and tonight they will be taking on Dover-Sherborn, a matchup of two very good TVL teams. Dover-Sherborn 6 wins, 5 losses, 2 ties, 14 points on the season. The Hillers 7 wins, 3 losses, 4 ties, 18 points on the season. The Hillers have indeed clinched a playoff spot, but of course will continue to try to rack up more points for seeding purposes. And they will certainly have a tough task here today. As Dover-Sherborn, they are hungry for a win. They have lost their last 2. The Hillers, they had a nice game against Ashland that resulted in a tie. But this Hopkinton girls soccer team has come a long way throughout this season. And right now we're going to send it down to Athletic Director Dee King, who's field side with the Hopkinton Hillers Senior Night festivities. Let's send it down to field side right now.
First, we'd like to thank everyone who helped make the construction of this field a reality. Many of you are in attendance tonight, and we hope it is exciting for you to be in attendance for one of the first games. We are also celebrating the soccer team's senior night tonight. Please give a round of applause for this year's seniors. We'd like to ask family members to accompany each senior member of the Hillers Varsity Soccer program at half field as they are announced. First, senior captain Maya Zen, accompanied by parents Jason and Jessica.
And there you have it, the senior night festivities as Hopkinton Hillers girls varsity soccer gets ready to take on Dover-Sherborn. The Hillers this season certainly have a talented senior class that features 5 of this year's Hillers team members. Dover-Sherborn is a very young team, but a very young and hungry team. They have no seniors on the roster, but they have made a statement going 6-5-2 this season, and they are just 4 points away from clinching a playoff spot. And they have certainly done a great job all year long. As far as the Hopkinton Hillers, what a turnaround they have had this season. They started off with a couple of losses, but really were able to string together some wins against some very tough opponents. And they are ready to go in their at-home green jerseys, Dover-Sherborn in their away white jerseys. And we'll take you through the Hillers girls soccer schedule from throughout this season. They started off, just scrolling here, they started off against Holliston, a road loss, or actually a home loss, 1-0, and then they defeated Bellingham, but then lost to Ashland. So they started off 1-2, and then a tie against Millis, a 2-1 loss against Bishop Fian, and then a win against a good Westwood team, 3-0, and then a tie against a very good Walpole team. And then they strung together 5 wins in 6 games, and in those 6 games it consisted of a tie against first place Medway, a 0-0 tie. But they were able to defeat Norwood, Medfield, Norton, Holliston, and Dedham in that stretch. And then in their last game, they tied Ashland on their home turf over at Fruit Street. And today they take on Dover-Sherborn. Then after that, it's 3 road games to finish out the season: Westwood, Norwood, and Medfield. So it'll certainly be a tough stretch to finish out the regular season for the Hillers, but they are ready to go, and we are ready to go. Dover-Sherborn won the coin toss. They start off with possession, and we are underway as it is an absolute boot into Hillers territory. And Hopkinton trying to take control. Riona Crowley got a good piece of that one. And here we go into Dover-Sherborn territory. With control, it's Allison Bird along the near side. Bird trying to get by Crowley and a couple other Blue Raiders. And the Hillers certainly have turned up the aggressiveness throughout the season as Wielding has it knocked out of bounds in front of her. It will be a corner for the Hillers. Taking the corner is going to be Lillian York. Lily York, a sophomore, key contributor to this year's Hillers team. She gives it a boot, and to the side of the net, out of play it goes. So Dover-Sherborn will get to kick it away. We'll have their goalkeeper get rid of it, Sabrina Doyle. Doyle gets it over to Caroline Gray. Now along the near side is Rihanna Crowley. And out of bounds goes Olivia Smith, throwing Hillers. Just underway here in the first half. 2 40-minute halves for MIAA soccer. Hillers trying to establish control in the attack zone. Back to midfield. A little bit of a header there. Now here comes Hopkinton once again. Over to the near side. Hasbrook trying to chase it down. Nice job keeping it in play. Back and forth exchanges in the neutral zone as Mika Bockins able to get it down for Dover-Sherborn. Now along the near side, it's Delaney Mick for the Hillers, along with Olivia Smith for Dover-Sherborn. Mick leaves it out in front. No one there. And out of play along the near side, off of the foot of Botkins. Hillers throwing. Hasbrook on the entry. Over to Lily York. Hasbrook goes down the near side with it. And that went off of Allison Bird. Dover-Sherborn ball. Throw in for the Blue Raiders. Header by Delaney Mick. Here comes Dover-Sherborn with control, Mika Buckins. Back pass over to Saris Balmer. And we get a whistle along the far side. Free kick to Dover-Sherborn. Balmer lets it rip towards the middle of the field. And that is off of Hasbrook and out of play. Blue Raiders ball. On the throw in, that is Olivia Smith. Back out of play it goes. This time Hiller's possession. Certainly a cool night here at the new turf fields. Temperatures in the low 40s, might get down to the 30s by the time this game's over. Winter is certainly right around the corner. Hasbrook on the entry. Along the near side, out of play. No, still in play as it rolls along the sideline. And now it's out of play as Julian Davis tries to get back into Hiller's territory. Hopkinton throw in. Hasbrook will take it. Tom Nappy happy to be with you for Hopkinton Hiller's Girls Varsity Soccer Senior Night. Matt Clark is our cameraman for this evening. And it is certainly excellent to see this game take place on the new turf fields. It was rain in the area earlier today. So of course with some wet conditions, turf field certainly a better surface than the grass fields. Control at the top of the circle, Allison Bird. And I'm sure the Hiller is happy to celebrate senior night right here at the high school rather than heading over to Fruit Street. Over the far side it goes. You'll see a lot less postponements as this is going to be locked up by the goaltender. Good shot by Delaney Mick. Sabrina Doyle will boot it away. Back towards midfield. Here comes the Blue Raiders. Passed down by Jillian Davis. Along the far side, that's Gabby Wielding. Wielding has been a top contributor to this Hillers team, one of the five seniors. And she was the one to score a goal that gave Holliston their first loss over at Holliston High School just a couple weeks ago. Throw in from the far side for Dover-Sherborn. Saris Balmer will take it. Out of play it goes along the end line. Hillers will get to boot it away. Goalie Natalie Calkins will take care of it. One of the senior captains on this year's squad, along with Sydney McDonald and Corinne Messier. To midfield. Here comes Hasbro. A good pass up into Dover-Sherborn territory. Back to midfield goes the goaltender Doyle. Some good exchanges early on in this one. Along the far side, that is Megan Sullivan. Chased down by Maya Zent. Dover-Sherborn looking for a shot there. Ended up out of play. Calkins will get rid of it. Well, a construction crew that put these fields together has certainly done a wonderful job. They are just in absolute pristine condition. As Hasbrook puts it towards the near side, out of play it goes. Throw in Dover-Sherborn. Olivia Smith will take it. Back pass over to Bird. And out of play along the near side, Dover-Sherborn possession. Throw in there by Olivia Smith. Dover-Sherborn trying to establish an attack here as Caroline Gallagher gets it over the far side. Taking care of it is Maya Zent. And stolen away from Wielding. We get a whistle, free kick coming. This one in favor of the Hillers. Some cloudy skies above us, but rain not expected to happen at any point during this game. But of course in New England you can never be too sure. As Maya Zent lets it rip. Header by Sullivan. Putting it off the defender there was McDonald. With possession, Gallagher. Pass down over to Gray. On the far side now. Throw in Hillers. Maya Zent will take it. With possession, that's Gabby Wielding. Here comes Wielding looking for a shot. Wielding trying to burn through the defender. It's briefly taken back by Dover-Sherborn before it's out of bounds off of Sarah Spalmer. Throw in Hillers. Maya Zent will take it. Zent over to Delaney Mick. Mick trying to center it up here. Potential shooting opportunity for the Hillers. The goaltender tripped up. It's turned around, centered up. Out in front of the net. That was a nice job by Sydney McDonald chasing it down. There's Delaney Mick. Gets it over to Wielding. And now Dover-Sherborn is able to take it away as Botkins gets in there. Mika Botkins. Back into Hillers territory. Along the far side we go. Put out of bounds off of Kaplan. Actually, they're going to call that out off of Hopkinton. Throw in DS. First time these two teams have met this season and the only time they'll meet. Big shot here, nicely done by Hasbrook. Good defense there. Pass up towards midfield and it's taken by Olivia Smith. Here comes Hasbrook. Over to Bird. Back into Dover-Sherborn territory. Way out of the net is their goalkeeper, Sabrina Doyle. And Doyle will be stopped by a whistle. This is going to be a Dover-Sherborn free kick. Taking the free kick is Sarah Spalmer. Places it well. Along the far side, that's Hope Shue for Dover-Sherborn. Now Riley Delaney trying to get back up for the Hillers, and now it is Sydney McDonald on it. Out of bounds along the near side it goes. Nice boot up the far side there. Hillers will have the throw-in. Throw-in was by Maya Zent. And we have a whistle. Free kick coming for Hopkinton. Taking the free kick, that is Megan Sullivan. Pass up from Delaney Mick. And the goalkeeper will clear it away. Nice boot by Doyle. Pass up towards Sydney McDonald. Chase along the far side. Danger zone here for the Dover-Sherborn goaltender. Came way out of the net once again. Certainly not afraid to come out. Hiller's certainly going to keep an eye on when she comes out to try to catch her off guard. Throw in for Dover-Sherborn. Fiona Crowley takes it. Out of play, throw in Dover-Sherborn. Blue Raiders trying to establish an attack here. may have a shot opportunity as with possession. It's Mika Botkins. Over the far side looking for Saris Balmer. Balmer gonna center it up. Shot, and that is off the top bar. Pretty good shot there off the crossbar. And she would like to have that opportunity once again. I believe that shot was by Caroline Gallagher, if I'm not mistaken. Here comes the Hillers. That had goal written all over it. Most open shot we've seen so far tonight. It's Lily York trying to pass it up. This Dover-Sherborn team certainly consists of a lot of speed. Throw in for the Hillers. Maya Zent will take it. Back to midfield. There's Hasbrook. Hasbrook able to dig it out. Now Delaney Mick goes off a Blue Raider. We get a whistle. Free kick Hillers. Junior Alexis Hasbrook will take it. Gets under it pretty well. On the far side, shot by Wielding, and it's wrapped up. Doyle able to wrap that one up. Sends it down the far side. With possession, McDonald. Pass over the far side. McDonald put that one off of a Blue Raider. Back and forth in the neutral zone. Blue Raiders now working their way up into Hillers territory. Coach Wayne Sygrove in his first year for the Hopkinton Hillers has done a tremendous job with this program. Out along the near side, throw in Dover-Sherborn. Was off of Riley Delaney. Throw in for Olivia Smith. Gives it a knee there. Back to midfield. Julian Davis with the pass. Blue Raiders hoping for another shot opportunity here. In between two defenders, wrapped up by Hawkins as Hope Shue is trying to sneak her way in between a couple Hillers. Along the air side, Olivia Smith. Dover-Sherborn certainly has gotten a better shot opportunity so far tonight. Hawkins will get rid of it. Header by Gallagher, out of bounds along the near side. Throw in Hillers. On the entry, Hasbrook. Hasbrook with the pass up. Boot there by McDonald. Now along the far side, that's Maya Zent. Wielding trying to turn it upfield. And we get a whistle prior to that throw-in. Hillers have it. On the entry. Out on Dover-Sherborn. Wielding will take it. I'll switch it up. That was Zent who took the throw in. Out in front, and a shot here. Delaney Mick, wide open net, and that's a goal! Delaney Mick taking advantage of a wide open net, and it's 1-0 Hillers. You don't get any better of an opportunity than that. Well, Sabrina Doyle likes to come out of the net quite a bit, and sometimes you're going to be caught off guard if you come out too much. Hillers on the board here on senior night. Hillers going to keep their foot on the gas pedal here and try to establish another attack. Throw in Hasbrook. Good pass up to McDonald. Now along the near side, it's Delaney Mick. Mick able to center it up. Header by McDonald. Wielding trying to get in on the action. Perhaps another shot opportunity here being established by the Hillers. Mick with the pass up, the boot out of play, and that was a good job there by the defender. Allows more Blue Raiders to get upfield. Lily York. York turns it around. It's Maya Zent with possession. Out in front, Delaney Mick. Or Lily York, rather. Here comes the Blue Raiders. Nicely done by Kate Mastrobono. In Hillers territory now. Well, Dover-Sherborn was winning the possession battle early on, but the Hillers have certainly turned that around. On the throw-in, and we have a whistle. Free kick Hillers. It's going to be Maya Zent who takes this one. Good boot there. Riley Delaney with possession. And we get a whistle here. Player down for Dover-Sherborn. Injury there. I think she might have took the ball to the leg, and that's going to draw the timeout call. 1-0 Hillers here in the first half. A good start on senior night for the Hopkinton Lady Hillers. You're tuned in to Girls Varsity Soccer on HCAM. We are in the first half between the Hopkinton Hillers and Dover-Sherborn. Shooken up player for the Blue Raiders, but she seems to be okay, fortunately. It was Olivia Goganian who was a little shooken up, but she was able to walk off under her own power, and we're underway, continuing on. Delaney Mick with the pass up over to Lily York. York trying to find Mick once again. Now with possession, it's Allison Bird. Over to the far side of Maya Zent. Zent places it nicely. Bird trying to turn it around. Wielding now with possession. Lets it rip. And it's right to the goaltender. Good shot, though. Showing off the leg. And she has a powerful shot, and that allows her to try to put it in from a long distance. Free kick, Blue Raiders. Sarah Spalmer lets it rip. Good leg there. Calkins is going to wrap it up. Nice job by Calkins fielding it. Not paying attention to anyone in front of her. She's looking at the ball, and that's the right way to go about it. To the near side, here comes Dover-Sherborn trying to establish an attack. Back and forth exchanges in Hiller's territory. Nice job by Lily York getting it over to the far side, trying to find Wielding. Getting to it first was Jillian Davis. Wielding. I think Dover-Sherborn might have done a little research about Gabby Wielding. Don't leave her too open. Hasbrook with possession. Nice move there. Over to Wielding. Lily York trying to track it down. Sydney McDonald now. Over to Wielding along the far side. Wielding up to York. York going to try to find Delaney Mick here. Mick chasing it down. Well, nicely done by the Hillers, getting it in the attack zone, and nicely done by Abby DeSalvo, avoiding the shot by Delaney Mick. Will be a corner, however, for the Hillers. Big opportunity here. Hopkinton up 1-0 in this first half. Taking the corner, it's Lily York. It's a nice one. Well centered up out in front of the net. And the Blue Raiders able to divert it. Myzent was right there hoping for a shot, but sneaking in front. It was Jillian Davis. McDonald turns it around. Hasbrook. There goes Hasbrook trying to establish a possession there. Back and forth exchanges, mainly in DS territory, has been the story of the last few minutes. Ooh. Blue Raider tripped up there, and that drew the whistle. Dover-Sherborn will have the free kick. Sarah Spalmer will take it. Well, she's lucky she was tripped up, because she touched the ball with her hand. That would have been a penalty opportunity for the Hillers. Good kick by Balmer. Hopkinton with trying to get possession there, but it's taken away by Balmer. Good speed downfield. Out along the near side, throwing Dover-Sherborn. And the official asking the Dover-Sherborn head coach if he wants the timeout that he asked for earlier. Out in front. Nicely done by the Hillers backfield. Pass over to Delaney Mick. Along the near side, racing up is Allison Bird. Allie Bird with possession. Nice move there. But Blue Raider going to get in front of her, and she's still somehow able to maintain possession. Just too many Blue Raiders in the area. And we're going to have a timeout called by Dover-Sherborn. We're in the first half. It's Hopkinton 1, Dover-Sherborn 0. You are tuned in to Hopkinton Hillers Girls Varsity Soccer Senior Night here at the brand new turf fields on HCAM. Off the Dover-Sherborn timeout, it's a 1-0 lead for the Hillers here in the first half. We're in the late minutes of the first half. Unfortunately, we don't have the clock right in front of us, so we're not really able to see how much time is left, but we are keeping track via the conventional clock. This game got about a 6:05 start after the Senior Day festivities. And you'll see a whole lot more night sports on this field, I am sure. Here comes an opportunity here for Allison Bird. Nicely done by the Dover-Sherborn defender. Sarah Spalmer able to get it away. It is a throw-in for the Hillers. Hasbrook will take it. Over to Bird. Bird trying to sneak it out. Hasbro gets in there. She's tripped up. There's a whistle. It's going Dover-Sherborn's way, however. Hasbro did run right into the Blue Raider there, Ava Kaplan. Sarah Balmer will take it. Balmer airs it out. Just past Hasbrook. In the corner. And put out of bounds. Abby DeSalvo had the opportunity there. You got to do in that situation is center it up. Get it in that crease. Calkins will air it out. Nice boot there. Right over to Delaney Mick. Here comes Lily York. York puts it in the DS territory. Goaltender takes care of it. And free kick to Dover-Sherborn. Sarah Balmer will take it. Nicely done there, right into the danger zone. Hiller is able to divert it away. And that shot wide to the left by DeSalvo. Calkins will get rid of it. Calkins has done a tremendous job in net for the Hillers this season. Certainly has improved. Hasbrook with the pass. Bird puts it to the near side. Nicely done. Here comes Delaney Mick. Mick on a slight break and put out of bounds by DeSalvo. That was Master Bono, rather. Hiller's throwing. Hasbrook looking towards Bird, ends up going towards Lily York. York trying to turn it around. Out in front. The Raiders able to get to it. Here comes McDonald to York. York along the near side keeps it in. Arms tangled up there. That's going to draw a whistle. Free kick Hopkinton, and it's going to be a very nice place. Lily York will take it. I'm guessing she's going to try to center this one up. Or will she go for the straight shot? Centers it up. In the danger zone. And nicely done by Dover-Sherborn. Get it back downfield. Free kick for the Blue Raiders. Throw in, rather. Oh, no, it is a free kick. Tom Nappy, happy to be with you at the new turf fields for Hopkinton Hillers Girls Varsity Senior Night. And we'll see a lot of playoff action on the new turf fields, with girls soccer making the postseason, boys soccer as well. For boys soccer close to clinching. Field hockey has made it. And we'll certainly try to bring you as many playoff games as we possibly can. Here comes Delaney Mick. Of course, you can find all of our games on our YouTube page, youtube.com/HCAMTV. As the goaltender will come out for this one. Some nice power displayed there by McDonald. Doyle will get rid of it. Mick with the header. York puts it over to the far side, looking for Wielding. And that is put out of bounds. Throw in Hillers. Maya Zent is going to quickly run up the far side to take it. I say she's going to go either Wielding or York here. Or maybe Bird, who just creeped over. She was looking for Delaney Mick. Back out of bounds off of DS. Maya Zent will take it this time. York. Back to Zent. Now on a chase down along the far side. Blue Raiders trying to establish the attack. There comes Dover-Sherborn. Tracked down by Riley Delaney, put out of bounds. We'll roll up the baseball diamond. Throw in for Dover-Sherborn. Along the end line, and that is going to be Hiller's ball. Nearing the end of this first half, a 1-0 Hopkinton Hillers lead. Into the game is Meredith Sesnick for the Hillers. Calkins aired out. Passed down a little bit too much on that one by Kaplan. Calkins will take it. Off of Sesnick, Hasbrook along the near side, puts it out. Throwing Dover-Sherborn. Blue Raiders were hoping for a shot there, but well defended by the Hillers. Over the goalkeeper. Oh boy, there's a shot! Open net again and a goal! Allison Bird takes advantage of a mistake by the goalkeeper. Doyle put it right back towards Bird. Left Bird with a wide open net, and it's 2-0 Hillers. Well, that has been the factor of the game, is how open the net has been left in certain situations. That goaltender comes way out. And when you do that, you are certainly more prone to mistakes. On the far side, good boot by Balmer. And put out of bounds off a Hiller. Olivia O'Connor. Up towards Bird. 2 goal scorers so far tonight for the Hillers, Delaney Mick and Allison Bird. This is what the Hillers do. They really try to look for your weak point and exploit it. Upfield. Nice boot by York. Sesnick colliding with the goaltender. Well, Sabrina Doyle, the Dover-Sherborn goalkeeper, sticks to her style. She's going to continue to come way out of that net. The Hillers are going to continue to try to exploit that. Hasbrook puts it out of play. Throw in DS. On the entry is Olivia Smith. Blue Raiders trying to establish an attack. Up the far side now. Well, Hillers certainly defending their zone extremely well tonight. They are not giving Dover-Sherborn a whole lot of opportunities at all. to Sesnick. To York. Stolen away by Botkins. Hillers get it back. Nicely done there by Sullivan. Here comes Botkins. McDonald. To the near side, back to McDonald. Out of play. McDonald clears it up. Goaltender out once again. No mistakes here by Doyle. She'll wrap it up. Smart move. Allison Bird was hoping for another opportunity that she just had a couple minutes ago. Doyle accidentally put the ball right back towards Bird, and she was able to lace it through. Doyle with possession. Here comes Bird approaching. Two 2-0 Hillers lead towards the end of this first half. Pass over to Hasbrook. Off of Dover-Sherborn, throwing Hillers. Header by York. Now to McDonald. Hasbrook. Hasbrook trying to slide in and steal it away from Smith. I'll play side. Throw in for Dover-Sherborn. Olivia Smith takes it. Put out by Hasbrook. Coming out of the net, Calkins. And you'll notice the different goaltending styles. Calkins barely comes out of the net. She stays right in there. But you got Sabrina Doyle for Dover-Sherborn, comes way out. Certainly a big goaltending difference there. McDonald trying to turn it around. Along the far side. There's Zent. To the near side. Well, that was wielding, rather. And nicely done, chasing it down by Bird. Sesnick with the pass to Hasbrook. Hasbrook. Pass up there. Getting in on the action is Megan Sullivan. That is just past the reach of my Zent. Throw in for the Hillers. We'll have a couple substitutions first. 2-0 lead for Hopkinton over Dover-Sherborn here in this first half. Things going nicely for the Hillers on senior night. That'll play along the far side. Throwing DS. Free kick, DS. Good air. Out in front. Shot, and that is off the crossbar. Wow, are the Hillers getting lucky tonight. Couple off the crossbar by Dover-Sherborn. That shot was by Ava Kaplan. And Kaplan placed that nicely, just a little bit lower. You got a goal there. That was well done on the free kick by Ballmer. And that is going to do it for the first half of play. After one half, it's the Hillers 2, Dover-Sherborn 0. You're tuned in to Hopkinton Hillers Girls Varsity Soccer Senior Night on HCAM. Second half up next.
Help your community to collect food for the Project Just Because Hopkinton Food Pantry, the Scouting for Food Drive.
Place food items for donation in plastic bags near your mailbox by 10 a.m. on Saturday.
Some items the food pantry is in most need of include gift cards,
Canned meats,
gluten-free foods,
baking items,
paper and cleaning products, and toiletries.
If you wish to donate but don't have enough time to shop, you can donate online.
Thank you for helping our local residents in need.
Welcome back to the beautiful new turf fields here at Hopkinton High School. It is Hopkinton Hillers Girls Varsity Soccer Senior Night, and we are underway in the second half. A 2-0 lead for the Hopkinton Hillers over the Dover-Sherborn Blue Raiders. Hillers certainly enjoying their senior night tonight. Tom Nappy on the call. Matt Clark, our cameraman for this evening, and we'll have a free kick here in favor of Dover-Sherborn. Well, both of these teams, at least, well, the Hillers have already clinched a playoff spot with 7 wins, 3 losses, 4 ties. Dover-Sherborn, they have a very good chance to clinch one. They have 14 points on the season, 6 wins, 5 losses, 2 ties. So they need to rack up 4 more points in their remaining 4 games to clinch a playoff spot. Throw in for the Blue Raiders along the far side. Chased down by Riley Delaney, put out of bounds. Blue Raiders trying to establish an attack. Cleared away, nicely done by the Hillers. That was Megan Sullivan clearing it away. Maya Zent with possession. Here comes the Blue Raiders, and Hasbrook diverts them. No matter where the ball is, Lexi Hasbrook always seems to be right in on the action. Certainly a speedster. Great ball handler as well. On their side, put out of bounds off of Dover-Sherborn by Olivia O'Connor. Nicely done. Maya Zent on the throw-in. Header there by Margaret Allen, who just recently hopped into the game. Start off this second half. Chased down by Riley Delaney. Cleared away up the far side. Hasbrook chases it back. Out of play, Dover-Sherborn throwing. The Hillers, they don't like to give Dover-Sherborn any opportunity to center it up. They will keep the ball along the sidelines as much as possible. And that strategy has really paid off this season, I think, for the Hillers, and avoided giving the other team a reasonable shot. Blue Raiders trying to establish control early on in the second half along the near side. That's Ava Kaplan. Back towards Jillian Davis. And Blue Raiders' young team, not a single senior on the roster. And you certainly have to respect what they've done all season long. As that is going to go towards the end line. Shot opportunity here. Diverted away by the defender. McDonald puts it towards the far side, out of bounds. Throwing Dover-Sherborn. That was a nice job by Olivia O'Connor, keeping her cool and getting rid of it. Along the near side, Jillian Davis out of bounds. Hiller's throwing. Maya Zent will take it. Hillers sub in 3. Lily York, Gabby Wielding, and Delaney Mick all back in the game. Out of play, off of DS. Over to Allie Bird. Pass by Lily York to Delaney Mick. Here goes Delaney Mick upfield. Mick trying to get a shot off here. That is diverted. A collision between Delaney Mick and Sarah Spalmer. It will be Dover-Sherborn free kick. Balmer will take it. He airs it out. Pass over by Bodkins. On the near side, it's Maya Zent. Zent doing battle with Beninati, throwing for Dover-Sherborn. Here comes the Blue Raiders looking for a shot here. Turned away by McDonald. Chased down along the near side by Jillian Davis. Davis will take the throw in. Off of Bodkins. Back towards Lily York. Pass up by the Blue Raiders. Maybe a shot here. And nope. Nicely done by Olivia O'Connor getting in front of that one. Going for the Blue Raiders. Jillian Davis takes it. Over to Bodkins. Back to Davis. Up the near side of Hope Shue. Shue trying to dig it out of the corner. McDonald with the pass. Up the near side, out of play. Throwing Dover-Sherborn. Sarah Spalmer will take it. Pass down by Wielding. Turned away by Zent. Shue trying to get in there. Cleared away. Back towards midfield. And that is put right back by Olivia Smith. Well, Blue Raiders winning the possession battle to start off this second half for sure. Hasbrook turns it away. Out in front of Allie Bird. Bird going to try to track it down. Towards midfield goes Doyle, the goalkeeper. Here's Wielding. And Doyle will turn it away. She'll wrap it up. And let her teammates get established. Pass down the near side and out of play goes O'Connor. Throwing to Dover-Sherborn. Back towards midfield is Shue. That's Lily York. Pass over the far side. Trying to track it down was Riley Delaney, or Delaney Mick rather. Hasbrook. Stolen away. Here's a break for the Blue Raiders. Over to Shue. Shue looking for a shot. Up against Riley Delaney. Centers it up. Turned around. Nicely done by the Hillers. Quickly getting upfield. Put back by Delaney Mick. Over to Allison Bird. Bird with possession. Trying to find Wielding. Along the near side. Wielding trying to track it down. Out of play it goes. It is a free kick for the Hillers. Who's going to take it is the question. It'll be Wielding. Big opportunity here. Wielding's got a big leg. Where will she place it? Right in the attack zone. Pass Allie Bird. Delaney Mick denied. Riley Delaney now on the chase. Shu with possession. Over to the near side. Working her way upfield, it's Ava Kaplan. Centered up. Shot opportunity here. Shu lets it rip. And it is out of play off of Calkins. Corner kick for Dover-Sherborn. Well, Calkins could have just let that one go. It was a little wide to her right, but she'd rather play it safe, and I certainly can't blame her. Corner for the Blue Raiders. Out in front, header, out of play. That was out off of Sarah's Balmer. Hillers will get to clear it up. Calkins to air it out. Header York. Blue Raiders certainly being very aggressive in this second half. And down 2-0, you have to. At midfield now. Turned around by Sullivan. On the far side, it's Delaney Mick. Mick trying to establish a shot, and it's out of play off of Dover-Sherborn. Oh no, they call it out on Mick. DS throwing. Free kick, rather. Up the far side. Out in front, goalkeeper out once again. Allie Bird nearly got there. Over to Zent on the near side. Down to Wielding. Here's Lily York trying to get in there. Sydney McDonald with the pass over. The Raiders take it backfield. Olivia Smith puts it up. And we'll get a whistle here. Free kick for Dover-Sherborn. Sarah Balmer will take it. Airs it out. Nicely placed and denied. Balmer legs that one out. He's trying to get in front of Allison Bird there. We'll get a whistle. On their side doing battle was Gabby Wielding and Eva Kaplan. Through the whistle, some contact there. It is going to be a Hillers free kick. Zent to take it. Off of Bird, over the far side, and put out of play. Wielding closing in, and Kaplan just puts it out of play, throwing Hillers. Zent to take it. It's Allie Bird along the corner. Still in play, and now it's out. Corner Hillers. Now check that. Looks like Dover-Sherborn will be able to kick it away. Two 2-0 lead for Hopkinton here in the second half. We're in the first 20 minutes of the second half. There'll probably be a couple minutes of stoppage time to play as well Opportunity here for the Hillers to try to establish an attack. It's been Blue Raiders winning the possession battle so far in the second half. Pass up by Lily York. Over to the far side. Allie Bird there. Cleared away. Out in front. Here comes Sydney McDonald. McDonald able to turn it up. It's good passing there. McDonald maybe looking for a shot here. Over to Wielding. Wielding with the back pass to Zent. Maybe Zent's going to take it. And a good shot. It takes a couple hops right to the goaltender it goes. Doyle is there to make the save, but some nice power there by Maya Zent. Aired out. And out of play off of Allie Bird. Throwing for the Hillers. Lexi Hasbrook will take it. Lily York able to turn it. Allie Bird and Delaney Mick along the far side. Blue Raiders will get to clear it away. Here comes the Hillers. Gabby Wielding. Just trying to work it out of there. But nicely defended by Dover-Sherborn. Good job by Caroline Gallagher. And now this will draw Doyle out. She'll wrap it up. Doyle airs it out. Off of McDonald. Here's Lily York. Pass over to Delaney Mick. Mick trying to leave it for Allie Bird. And we get a whistle in favor of Dover-Sherborn. Sarah Spalmer to air it out. The far side she goes. Here's Allie Bird. Allie Bird looking for a shot. Out in front and turned away. Nicely defended by Balmer. Here comes the Blue Raiders. It's Botkins with possession. Over Sherborn now, hoping for a shot here. It's Shue up against Riley Delaney, and Delaney goes out with it. Corner for DS. Mika Botkins to take it from the near side corner. Now switch it up. It's going to be Jillian Davis in there. Two-0 lead for the Hillers. Dover-Sherborn has overall won the possession battle in the second half. They have an opportunity here with the corner. Out in front, header. And cleared away nicely, defended by the Hillers. Dover-Sherborn, though, still has it in Hillers territory. With possession, it's Botkins. Allie Bird getting in there, trying to take it away. Off of Botkins it goes, Hillers throwing. Maya Zenta on the entry. Zent set to go. Hillers just subbing out. Had to play Dover-Sherborn. Off of Botkins. Header ends up backfield. Chased down by Balmer. Doyle turns it up. Wielding along the near side, had to play Dover-Sherborn, throwing Hillers. Zenta on the entry. teams exchanging headers there. Here's Zent. On the near side, trying to center it up. I think she was trying to find McDonald there. Out of play. Hiller's throwing. My Zent to take it. Just past Allie Bird. So that pass over to McDonald. McDonald is trying to move it upfield towards Lagasse. Junior Catherine Lagasse just recently hopped into the game for the Hillers. That one turned up in the danger zone for the Hillers. Hasbrook turns it away. Nicely done by McDonald. Out of play, Dover-Sherborn. By Zent on the throw-in. Zent going off of Bird. Chase down backfield. Here comes Allie Bird sneaking up. Bird trying to steal it away. Doyle will clear it away. Wielding was there for the header. McDonald now. Blue Raiders trying to work their way back into Hillers territory. Here comes Shu. Zent. Over to McDonald. Throwing Dover-Sherborn. Jillian Davis to take it. Header back out. Davis on the throw-in. Header there by Wielding. There's Allie Bird. Good footwork. Back towards McDonald. She was able to slip it away. And Hawkins will air this one out. McDonald turns it upfield. Chase down along the far side. It was Emily Murphy. Murphy on the throw-in. And she'll give it up to Hasbrook. Allie Bird in the corner, along the end line, off the side of the net. And it looks like we're going to have a timeout called. We're in the second half. It is the Hillers 2, Dover-Sherborn nothing. You are tuned in to Hopkinton Hillers Girls Varsity Senior Night Soccer on HCAM. We are in the second half. Hillers leading Dover-Sherborn 2-0. It's Hopkinton Hillers Girls Varsity Senior Night Soccer on HCAM. Tom Nappy on the call, Matt Clark on camera. Here at the turf fields of Hopkinton High School. The second game that has been played on this field since it was installed. Of course, last night it was the field hockey senior night. We had that broadcast for you. And it was a nice 1-1 tie against Westwood. Hillers earning a point and a trip to the postseason. So big congratulations to the Hillers field hockey team. And we continue on here in the second half. Here comes Dover-Sherborn, trying to work their way up the far side. Hasbrook on the throw-in. Here's McDonald. Down the sideline. That one is just a little bit too far out of the reach of her intended target, Emily Murphy. Goaltender to air it out, Sabrina Doyle. Up to the air side goes Balmer. Out in front, Shu. Trying to turn it around. She's diverted by Olivia O'Connor. Nicely done keeping it in by Zent. In the danger zone, Shu looking for a shot here, trying to center it up. Turned away by Zent. Had a play along the near side, throwing Dover-Sherborn. There's Allie Bird. Good pass over to Emily Murphy. Murphy working away upfield. Gabby Wilding with possession. Wilding with the pass out in front. Murphy trying to track it down. Murphy with the shot. Out in front, and Allie Bird just could not get there in time. How to play it goes. It is going to be a corner for the Hillers. Nicely done by Gabby Wilding, tracking it down. That was a good job by Emily Murphy, placing it right in front. Good vision seeing Allie Bird in the area. Corner from the near side. Out in front, header by Dover-Sherborn. Still in the danger zone for the Blue Raiders. Offsides, Hillers. Pass up by Wilding. Allie Bird trying to track it down. Gets in front of it. Out of play. Dover-Sherborn throwing. Sullivan trying to turn it up. Emily Murphy now with possession. Put out of play. Off of DS. Nice job by Murphy. Putting it out off of the freshman DeSalvo. Throwing Hillers. Allie Bird trying to track it down. Was looking for a shot there. Back towards midfield. Riley Delaney trying to establish possession. Up towards Allie Bird. Bird trying to leave it for Megan Sullivan. Here comes Dover-Sherborn. Sullivan with the pass over the far side of Murphy, and now it is Allie Bird out in front of Murphy. Murphy takes a shot, or was just trying to center it up and leave it for Wilding. Not quite sure if that was a shot or a pass attempt, but some good power. I think in that situation, though, you got to go straight for the shot. Try to angle it, get it to that left corner of the net. And that may have been what she was trying to do. McDonald with possession. Wrapped up by the goalkeeper. Doyle will get rid of it. Some good leg there. Blue Raiders trying to work it in the attack zone. Calkins gonna take her time before she picks it up. Take that time off the clock. You're up 2-0. Why not? Avoid that stoppage time. Here comes the Blue Raiders. Out in front, Shu on the chase down. Working against Olivia O'Connor. O'Connor gets out in front of her, puts it out, throwing DS. Into the attack zone. Nice header there. Good header by McDonald. Olivia O'Connor trying to turn it around, and that shot just wide to the right. Jillian Davis on the shot attempt. Hillers will get to clear it away, and Davis a little shooken up. Actually, that was Sarah's Ballmer a little shooken up. Some body contact there, and the Hillers are going to make a substitution. Back into the game for Hopkinton is Delaney Mick. Calkins airs it out. Here comes the Hillers on the attack. Good pass up there. Over to Wielding. And Wielding cut off. Hillers will have the throw in from the near side. And we apologize for the pole in the way of our view. Unfortunately, we were unable to move that. Dover-Sherborn working their way up into Hillers territory. Put out a play. Nicely done by Olivia O'Connor. Throw in Hillers. My Zent will take it. Turned around by Megan Sullivan. Delaney Mick coming up the far side. Just let it get a little bit too much in front of her. Get a whistle there. Some contact. Blue Raiders free kick. Comes Dover-Sherborn. Out of play off of the Blue Raiders. Throwing Hillers. O'Connor puts it upfield. There's Wielding. Out in front, Bird trying to track it down. Bird trying to set it up. Out to Lagasse. Lagasse wide left. Air it out. On the near side. Over to Lagasse. Just past Lagasse now. Here comes Dover-Sherborn. Good pass up there by Bodkins. And Calkins is going to wrap this one up. Airs it out. Blue Raiders trying to establish an attack. Over to the near side. Put out a play off of Hiller. Balmer on the throw-in. There's Balmer up against Riley Delaney along the near side. Throwing for Dover-Sherborn is going to be taken by Jillian Davis. Put back out of play by Wielding. Davis will take it again. Allie Bird with possession over to McDonald. McDonald looking for someone on the far side. Allie Bird trying to track it down. Sullivan gets a piece of it. Now it's Delaney Mick along the far side. Back to Sullivan. Here comes Mick. Mick tripped up. Leaves it for Lagasse. Hillers with an opportunity here. Sullivan with the pass over to Wielding. Wielding's gonna take this shot. Eludes a couple Blue Raiders. Shot there. Not as much power as she would have liked. Oh, good job by Dover-Sherborn getting right in front of Wielding. You certainly cannot let her get a direct shot on net. She'll power it right in. Had a play along the near side. DS throwing. Now, this has been a well-played game by both these teams. Both teams giving it their max effort out there for sure. Allie Bird with possession. Passed down by McDonald, back to Bird. Out in front, Lagasse trying to chase it down. Airing it out is Doyle. Doyle has certainly not come out of the net as far in this half as she did in the first. It was really her coming out of the net that led to both those Hillers goals, but it was well done by Hopkinton trying to draw her out of the net, taking advantage. DS throw-in from the near side. A couple subs for both teams. In for Dover-Sherborn, it's Ava Kaplan. In for the Hopkinton Hillers, we've got Meredith Sesnick. Throw-in. Header. Back out. Along the end line. Put out a play off of Dover-Sherborn. Just trying to grab the corner there. And set to air it out. Lily York back into the game for the Hillers. Lagasse will take a break. Up the far side, out of play, throwing to Dover-Sherborn. Riley Delaney puts it back out. Throwing Ballmer. Here comes Dover-Sherborn in the attack zone. Shot here, nope. Says Maya Zent, well defended by Zent. She was all over the place there. Hawkins will get to air it out. Hiller is trying to hold on to the shutout here in the late minutes of the second half. Donald puts it down. Way out of the net is Doyle. Lily York trying to track it down along the far side. Out of play. DS throwing. Out in front, over to Shu. Can't do much with it there. Another throwing for Dover-Sherborn. Hiller's throwing, rather, excuse me. Pass out from DeSalvo to Mastrobuono. Now along the near side, it's Davis. That's put back by the Hillers. Nicely done by Megan Sullivan. Throwing to Dover-Sherborn. Sesnick trying to draw it away. Here comes Kaplan for DS. Trying to center it up. Hawkins will wrap it up. Hawkins to air it out. Header Sesnick. On the near side. And I'm hearing that there's about 5 minutes left from the sidelines. Of course, we don't have a view of the clock. Dover-Sherborn certainly going to need to put the pressure on if they want any chance in this one. Out in front, maybe a shot here for Shu. Takes the shot, diverted. Nicely done by Megan Sullivan. Played it off her body there. Megan Sullivan hopped right in front of that shot. That was a good job. Dover-Sherborn will have the corner. Taking the corner, Mika Botkins. Substitution, Hillers. Emily Murphy back into the game. See what Botkins can do with it. Mika Botkins, a freshman for Dover-Sherborn. On the front, header. defender tripped up, and the shot diverted. And somehow Megan Sullivan was able to divert that shot, and she was practically on the ground. Hiller's defense has been phenomenal tonight. Another great defensive job there by Sullivan, denying Caroline Gray a shot. Now Riley Delaney chasing it down. Calkins comes out, and it's put out of bounds by Riley Delaney, throwing Dover-Sherborn. They're bringing everything they got here in these last few minutes, trying to get on the scoreboard. It's going to be Hiller's free kick. Offsides. Aired out by Hasbrook. Out of bounds along the far sideline. Throwing Hillers. Hasbrook takes it. Turn around by McDonald. Lily York trying to establish possession. Body contact along the far sideline. It's going to be a free kick for the Hillers. Hasbrook to air it out. Off of Emily Murphy, wrapped up by the goalkeeper. Quickly gets rid of it. Time running out in this one for Dover-Sherborn. Chased down by Riley Delaney. Here comes Shu. Nice center pass. Emily Murphy able to turn it away. Put back into the attack zone by Mastrobono. How to play it goes. And that is going to do it. The Hopkinton Hillers are going to hold on for the senior night shutout and take the victory over Dover-Sherborn by a final of 2-0. Both goals for the Hopkinton Hillers scored in the first half. Delaney Mick with the first, Allison Bird with the second. A tremendous win for the Hopkinton Hillers, taking down a very good Dover-Sherborn team by a final of 2-0. Dover-Sherborn falls to 6 wins, 6 losses, 2 ties. The Hopkinton Hillers improve to 8 wins, 3 losses, and 4 ties. 20 points overall for the Hillers. As for Dover-Sherborn, they are just 4 points away from a playoff berth. A great senior night win here for the Hillers on this cold night at the new turf fields, but it was a whole lot of fun to bring you Hopkinton Hillers girls varsity soccer on HCAM. For Matt Clark, I'm Tom Nappy, and we thank you for joining us for this HCAM production of Hopkinton Hillers girls varsity soccer. Good night, everybody, and we'll talk to you again soon.